Deep in the forest, beneath an old mossy stump, lived a busy ant colony. Every day was the same: work in the morning, work at noon, and even more work in the evening. The ants carried pine needles, built tiny rooms, and took care of the baby ants without ever stopping. But one little ant was different. His name was Andy. Andy did his work, but he often paused to look up at the trees. He wondered what was beyond the meadow, what that sweet smell was on the breeze, and what the birds were singing about high above. One day, while carrying a crumb of sugar, Andy stopped completely. What if I went to see what's over that hill?" he whispered. The other ants clicked their jaws. "Andy, stop dreaming and keep working. Exploring doesn't build the nest." But Andy's heart was full of curiosity. So early the next morning, before anyone else was awake, he tiptoed out of the colony and set off. He walked through soft moss and under ferns, greeted by a friendly centipede and a dancing butterfly. A wise old frog gave him a ride across a stream on a floating leaf. Beyond the hill, Andy found a sunny meadow. There, beside a tipped-over flower pot, lived an old bumblebee. "You're not from around here," she buzzed kindly. Andy told her everything about the busy colony, the crumb of sugar, and his wish to see more. The bumblebee smiled. "Well then, help me clear the soil from my pot, and I'll show you where magic mint grows." Andy helped all day, and in the evening he smelled the mint. It was sweet and cool, like a mix of apples and summer rain. He stayed for 3 days, learning from a spider how to spin threads, watching fireflies light up the grass, and sipping flower nectar. But after a while, Andy began to feel a little lonely. "I miss my ant family," he told the bumblebee. "Then it's time to go home," she said gently. When he returned, the ants were surprised. But when Andy shared his stories about mint and meadows and moonlit adventures, the old ant leader nodded slowly. "Maybe you could teach our young ants," he said, "so they don't forget the world is bigger than just the nest." From that day on, Andy carried crumbs like everyone else, but he always kept one special treat in his pocket, for any young ant curious enough to ask for a story at the end of the day. Even a tiny ant can have a big adventure. Subscribe now so you don't miss many more magical tales to come.